Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new Kinetodidactica podcast. My name is Bogdan Goga. I'm a physiotherapist. And with me today, I have a special guest, Mr. Christos Poulis. He's from Greece and he's exercise physiologist and athletic trainer. Christos, hello.
Hi, Bogdan. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again, actually.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
You're welcome.
Christos, you're working a long time with in teams with physios from Romania and from other countries also.
True.
How do you see that physios prescribe exercises from a loading and dosage intensity point of view? Do you feel that it's a subject that we are good in, or we need improvement?
Sensitive subject, I think. General, not only for Romania, but I think worldwide there, except some countries like States or Australia, that they are very good in that. All the rest, I think we struggle a little bit. The physiotherapists, they don't load enough, or they are afraid, or
So
I don't know.
underloading.
Yeah. It's exactly the opposite than the conditioning coaches, that they don't have so big background in the medical field. So because of that, they overload. So we have a gap, misloading, overloading, and it's a stage that the athletes, they are a little bit confused.
Mm-hmm.
And we speak about also professional athletes. It's not necessary to be just amateurs or, youngest populations. So generally, I can say that in Romania, we pass from the level of the missing leading of the prehab.
Yeah.
We are good in that now. And we don't load enough. So this is the next step, I think.
Yeah. Did you ever saw cases like the patient, an athlete or amateur athlete or a normal human being?
Or sport enthusiast.
Yes. Worked after an injury, after a surgery, or after a pain, worked in the physio clinic, and then he went directly to, let's say,
back to the sport activities with the conditioning coaches.
To the conditioning coach, and he got re-injured because he didn't load him enough, and he started directly very high with him.
Yeah, I have a lot of cases like that, and I see general cases, but not only injuries, also in the developing of kinesiofobia.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know, maybe it's the new fancy trend that the people they will start to use in the medical world.
Yeah.
But the kinesiofobia, it's something that we see it like a problem a lot of years now.
Yes.
Especially when we have this misunderstanding between physiotherapists and conditioning coaches. So when we have this gap between these two professions, mainly we have the issue of the kinesiofobia, and most of the times re-injury.
Re-injury. Kinesiofobia, like it's fear of movement. It's the thing that comes into my mind. It's like let's say, let's give an example. A football player got injured, and then he really has fear to go into contact with other players. Is this it?
Yeah.
Or it's not only this, it's more bigger, the idea?
Most of the people, they will understand us kinesiofobia that you say in the beginning.
Yeah.
That the athlete is afraid to be in contact. But it's not only that. It's to come back in the normal, regular sport activities. It's not only just to have a contact, it's to develop the correct proprioception and to develop the correct neuromuscular facilitation that can be necessary to return back in the high-level professional sports, but also in performance, okay? Because we can have performance also in the amateurs.
So you're saying, like, can kinesiophobia inhibit muscle activation?
Can be. And I think we will have a very interesting new stuff between 2024 because in the American societies, they start to develop more research according to kinesiophobia. And I believe that the first month of the 2024, we'll have some interesting and spicy news according to that.
So how can we fix like kinesiophobia? Because when you say phobia, some might think, well, this guy should go to a a psychotherapist, not a
Not
physio.
necessary. Phobia is from the word phobos.
Yes.
Phobos in
It's a
Greek.
Greek word.
Greek word, sorry. You know, I am Greek. We'll start again the same story. With the Greeks, we discover that, we say that.
Yeah.
So it's the fear. Okay, so it's the fear to have the movement.
Yes.
And because of this fear, we don't have the correct developing of the proper moves that we need in a sport.
So underloading the patient and not showing him what he can do, create kinesiophobia, and underloading really can end up with poor rehabilitation, isn't it?
Yes, of course, sure. But I will use a paradigm now. Okay, you have a new driver, okay, that he took his license. He learned to drive, and after you let him 2-3 months with not to take him out to drive. When he will go and you say to him, okay, please, go to drive, he will be with a fear in the beginning. The same happened to the muscles and to the brain, okay? Because it has to deal especially with the CNS.
Yes.
All the story.
Yes, true. How can physios become better? Do you think that physios should engage themselves also into learning like strength and conditioning things? Because we see this now, it's a trend with this. It started in other states, and it's like the flip of the coin, you know, the other side of the coin, because the other part was like it's all hands-on techniques. We should adjust joints and we should put it back into place, and people will be good. So, do you think really physios should go into this and study a little bit?
My personal opinion maybe is a little different than the general population opinion. I think that each physiotherapist or each therapist need to learn for his own purposes of knowledge subjects that is not so inside to his field.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's not necessary to use all the conditioning techniques or strengthening conditioning techniques that exist. But I believe that will make better therapists this knowledge.
Yeah.
So I believe also that the borders between the profession need to be very clear. Because you will learn 3 or 4 different techniques or some different approaches, this is not baptize you directly conditioning coach.
Of course.
And from the other side, the same. A conditioning coach cannot be a physiotherapist with not the medical background. But for personal perspective, I believe that both of the professions or other professions, exercise physiologists, physiotherapists, kinesiologists, manual therapists, or how else we want to baptize them, okay, they need to know more that will support their practice.
Mm-hmm.
This is my personal approach. I don't know how many people they can agree with that.
Yes.
I'm not so the fancy guy with the new horologies and the techniques. I believe that some things has to be traditional.
Yes. But people need to move, and we need to support our patients to get back to movement.
Of course.
Not only to get rid of their symptoms.
No, of course. I will tell you now another example that I see it when I was in Greece. In Greece was a problem with the physiotherapists because they want to use only devices. They didn't want to give a prescription of exercise. That was before 15 years. When they realized that they have to change it, they change it. So also now we see that, okay, we make the exercises, general, worldwide speaking, but we don't load enough. So what means that? That we will let the conditioning coach to load, or it's too late?
Mm-hmm.
My personal opinion is that it's too late to let the conditioning coach after 3 months or 4 months to load. Yeah. Okay, so the idea is the physiotherapist to load from the first stages when it's important and when we don't have red flags or contraindications. Okay, yes. We don't say because we say load and provoke a problem, because after we start to have other issues.
Yeah, because some may say, okay, you just need to load it, and going strong, you cannot go wrong. But I think sometimes you really need also to give the tissue to heal itself.
Of course.
And if you can do something to help diminish the symptoms and guide the process of healing for that human being?
Yes. I believe that mainly this issue that you now described to us is the YouTube therapists.
Yeah.
It's a therapist that they don't have the clear knowledge, and for me it's very dangerous. So if it's to learn something, learn it with a proper way, with a correct way.
Yes.
No, because I just watch 3 videos, I learn to load. Cannot be like
I know
that.
physios, they were learning manipulation through YouTube.
Yeah, okay, this is another fashion now. It's not
Yes.
something new.
Yes.
It's old, but okay, you know, there is the ethical moral rules that each of the therapists or professionals they have.
Yeah. How did you find the physios in Romania when you came here in comparison to other countries? Physios.
Oh, tough.
Yeah.
2013 was my first.
Okay, 10 years now.
Yeah, 10 to 11 almost.
Yeah.
I'm almost 11 years in Romania. They had good level, but different approach than the international standards.
Mm-hmm.
Was this problem with physiotherapist, kinesiotherapist?
Yeah.
They call physiotherapist the assistants. Kinesiotherapist was only the exercises. So we didn't have a complete concept.
Yes.
The very interesting, the good of the story is that the last 7-8 years dramatically changed.
Yes.
And it's good because we see complete therapists. We will tell me now, okay, it's also the contra with doctors and
Of course.
the profession. For me, normally is not exist this contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
Need only a good collaboration between the professions, and everything will be how it has to be.
Yeah. So things are developing also.
A lot.
And
And I'm very happy for that.
you also put some bricks in this development.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because you trained a lot of specialists and physios here in Romania. From soft tissue point of view and from exercise point of view, we have together that concept that of course is where physios learn to better integrate in their practice the soft tissue.
Yeah. How we developed the Rockford kinesiology concept.
Yep.
That has the soft tissue part, that is the Rockford kinesiology one, and the Rockford kinesiology algorithm.
Yeah.
That is the part with the exercises and with how can I explain now that? I can say that is the evaluation of the specialist.
Yeah.
To see what problems we have in the movements or in the, if I can say, postural issues, and with the correct approach of the manual therapy, what techniques knows, plus
Yes.
the soft tissue techniques that we saw in the Rockford kinesiology concept, and combine it with the exercises, we have a very nice and ideal result. So, not because I am one of the main instructors and developers of this plan, but it's worth it. It's a milestone.
And from what I got from your last sentence is very important, the assessment that you do.
Yeah,
and
always.
your clinical rationale.
Yeah.
That we, in the beginning, we were not very taught to have a clinical rationale. We were taught to be like, you do that, you have to do this, not to know why you do it, just to know do it.
I think it's logic to happen that because, was the comfort zone of that the doctor will do everything and just will tell me what to do. And
I think physios also wanted this and feel
they
feel like in
definitely,
comfort zone or
definitely.
safe.
I see the first years physiotherapists, how you call them, kinesiologists, that they didn't want to touch.
Yeah.
They say, me, I saw only exercises.
Okay.
I say, only so? Yes, only I'm showing exercise. It's okay. If that is the that you believe that you want, okay, continue to do it. For me, it's incomplete, this.
Yeah, because we all have our own favorite techniques.
Always, yes.
We all have our favorite, let's say, pathologies or diagnostics.
Correct.
But then we should really learn how to assess a human being and see what he needs from our, backpack of techniques and tools, because not to become in an extreme way, I only do this and I only do that. It's not a problem, in my opinion, to do only one therapy. It doesn't matter the name of it, till the point that you understand that you are limited and you do your part good, but you should work with others. The problems happens when people become extremists and be like, only my therapy is good. What you do, no, that's not good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I think this is the trap in Romania at this moment, because the society, the medical society, the physiotherapy society, growing very fast, and the globalization helping a lot.
Yeah.
So there is a trap to go directly in the bad things of the globalization, and to don't keep the good stuff. I will tell you something that the Americans, they say, masterizing the basics.
Yeah.
So first learn the basics, be in depth inside, so go inside deep, and when you feel complete, after start to spread. And when you will be in one level that you think that your knowledge is enough, there choose what you want to do, because already you will be very good in that level. Only in that moment you can say, I am doing only that. And again, we don't need to be fundamental.
Yeah.
To be, oh no, it's only this. You remember the story now, only Mackenzie or only Mulligan or only...
Yeah. Only,
you know how it's going in the story.
But they all start with M. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not my joke. That it works if it starts with M. Mackenzie, Mulligan, Maitland, massage, manipulation.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Christos, thank you so much for this talk. It was very good for us as physios, and hopefully we can learn to work each other in teams and learn from each other.
Sooner or later this will happen, I believe. Thank you so much also for the invitation. I'm very glad that I see you again. Always, you are inside my heart.
For other materials like this, follow our page Kinetodidactica, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. And also you can follow Rockford Kinesiology Academy and Rockford Kinesiology Romania on Instagram and Facebook for other cool stuff.